Hello, and welcome to Drunk Commentary, non-frozen beer and legitimate Windows 10 edition. So, I tried. Sorry that, lighting's weird, whatever. I tried to record this last week and it didn't fucking work. I had a whole host of issues, okay? I'm going to try to explain this as short form as I possibly can. Actually, you know what? Shot first. This is Smirnoff Cherry, okay? I was afraid that it would taste like cough syrup. It kind of does. It's a whole thing, whatever. I'm not gonna get too into that. Like, it's all right? It's not terrible, and that's the main point. Shot. Okay, so basically, um, so on my first go around, I had some interesting problems. Okay, and I'm gonna try to explain this as quickly as possible. Um, basically, uh, my beer froze, which was super weird, and I think I found an explanation for this. Basically, but let me explain the story first. So I took my beer out of my fridge. I went to open it, and I couldn't find my usual bottle opener, which was funny because it's right on the fucking desk, right in front of me here. I somehow didn't see that. Whatever. I decided to use the bottle opener in the cap gun. My sister, who gifted this to me, says that the bottle opener works fine. I guess I just wasn't using it right. I was struggling with it, and I opened the bottle, and I'm surprised. I was surprised I didn't fucking spill beer everywhere and like all over my keyboard. But then I looked down at my keyboard and I saw a chunk of something white, and I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" I touch it, and it's cold and flaky, like ice. It was ice. My beer froze, and I had to process that for a second, and I'm like, wait, what? And, none of the other beers in my fridge were frozen. And I explained this story to my dad, right? And he actually mentioned something that I knew about, but I had forgotten, and I didn't really think of it at the time. I don't know if there's a name for this process, but essentially, I'm sure you guys have done this sort of science experiment or whatever, or seen this science experiment like in school, in like elementary or middle school or something, where you take a liquid and then you cool it, right? Or the guy cools it and hit it against something and it freezes instantly. Again, I don't know if this process is a name, but essentially the explanation for this is there, right? Ice formation relies on a process called nucleation, which is where for the crystals to form, they need a nucleus. And in the case of water, that is most commonly, like bubbles or like floating like particles of like minerals or whatever in the water, right? For this experiment, you need the water to be like completely like stagnant, right? You can't have any floating particles or bubbles or anything. And then you cool it to like well below its freezing point, and then you need to agitate it, right, to create bubbles or to toss around particles in the water, and then it will freeze immediately, right, when that happens because of the low temperature and whatever. Really weird, really cool. Again, I don't know if that actually has a specific name. feel free to tell me in the comments if you know what that is. I looked it up and I'm like, I don't really care enough. But anyway, I think that's what happened with my beer, and that was really fucking weird, and also made me really angry. So that's what happened, and that was just super strange. I think it was because I had the temperature on my refrigerator set too low. I don't know. It's a shitty fucking mini fridge. But that happened, right? And I watched the whole. So I'm watching Adventure Time, by the way. I'll get to that in a second. I watched the whole episode, right? Got done with it, and only to realize that because I set this on a new profile, I hadn't set my settings properly. And actually, let me double check that right now, because Jesus, I'm not even fucking sure I did this right. Yeah, I hadn't set my settings properly, because it doesn't transfer any of the settings over on a new profile, right? It doesn't, so I had set it only, I had it to the default or whatever. I didn't have it on advanced, and I only was recording one track, and that one track was the fucking desktop audio. So it's not even like I could have, Frankensteined in audio from the I wouldn't have done that anyway, but I'm saying it wasn't even an option. So I re-recorded it. I re-recorded it, and that was already I was just so fucking done. And obviously it's not as good on the second go around, right? Because you had just fucking seen it. You already know everything that's going to happen. But I did it anyway. And I drank a little bit more. And then come to find out that, first of all, the encoder that I was using was wrong, because the fucking bit rate was garbage. No, that was a different issue. Fuck. I'm sorry. The vodka's really hitting me right now. No, the it wouldn't fucking work in my editor, my video editor. It just couldn't, because of the encoder or whatever. It just couldn't fucking read it. And I could have used a third-party program to re-encode it, but the problem with that was the bitrate was terrible. It was like eye cancer. It wasn't constant. It was intermittent, which arguably makes that worse. So I couldn't even use it. And at that point, it was just fuck it. I'm not even gonna re-record it a third time. I'm just gonna be I'm just gonna use Let's Play footage that I already recorded that I had never gotten around to, right? I mean, it's not even that old. It was from this year, right? But I just fuck it. And this time I'm just watching episode 2. I'm not gonna fucking rewatch episode 1 again, okay? Oh yeah, and about the legitimate Windows 10 or whatever, a while back, a couple weeks ago or whatever, I was having problems reactivating Windows 10 because I got new hardware, and it was a whole fucking thing, and I ended up buying a Windows 10 Pro key from a third-party site, because buying it from the Microsoft store is fucking theft, right? Because this site sold it for a little over a fourth of what it is on the Windows store, right? Windows 10 Pro is $55, Windows 10 Home was $45, and on the Windows store, Windows 10 Home is $140, and Windows 10 Pro is $200. Fuck that. Anyway, this time I'm watching Adventure Time. I already saw episode 1, so now I'm seeing episode 2. I'm sorry that I'm not whatever, you didn't get to see me watching episode 1, but honestly, it was not that eventful. Episode 1 was not very good, if I'm being totally honest. It's like, I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. There are plenty of shows, My Little Pony included, by the way, that start out not very good, but they get better later on. My main complaint is that it feels like you're just dropping into the middle of a series. Like, nothing is explained, and they're just acting like all these characters have already been established. So, it's like, it's like not being in on a joke or whatever. You're just confused, and you're like, I don't know what's going on. But maybe that was their intention for some reason. But yeah, basically, to summarize the last episode, is whatever. Jake and Princess Bubblegum were making some resurrection potion for some reason, and it turned out to be a failure, and it made zombies instead, and that was the whole thing. And then she made him royal promise not to tell anyone about it, because apparently candy people explode when they get scared. And then he broke the royal promise eventually because he told Jake. And then it, like, Tokyo Tomore, and then there's, like, gumball people, and then he answered a dumb math question, and then everything was fun. But anyway, one of the saving graces about this, besides the porn, is that Jake... Was it Jake? Did I say Jake before? I meant Finn. The human is Finn. Jake is the dog, and he is voiced by the guy who voiced Bender in Futurama. I thought his voice was familiar, and I looked it up, and yeah, he's Bender. Okay, cool. I'm sorry I took so long for this. Oh my god, that was 12 minutes. Okay. So, also apologies for, like, the lighting. The lighting conditions in my room are, like, the least ideal of anything ever. I did manual settings, and, like, I tried to do it as best I could, but what can you do? The nearest walls to me are fucking pink. That's why it all has, like, a red tinge to it. I'm sorry. I might fix it in color correction in my editing software. Probably not, though. Right. I already told you about the shots I'm taking. My libation of choice here, again, for my Beers of the World thing. Red Stripe. Imported lager beer brewed in Jamaica. So it's a Jamaican beer. Cool. It tastes like pretty much every other lager I've ever had, so whatever. I'm sorry for taking so... Wait, I forgot almost about, the ritual. Every bottle I open. Okay, let's start.
Adventure time! Come on, grab your friends. We'll go to very distant lands. We'll take the dog and then the human. The fun will never end. It's adventure time.
I do like how the intro is very short and sweet. I also didn't mention this before, but this really looks like an old-timey medicine bottle. And I kind of dig that.
Huh?
Cheers, Lumpy Space Princess.
Princess, this tea party sucks in a big way. But thanks for the invite.
Oh,
What?
don't worry, Finn.
Do you say
The mallow
sucks
tea
in a big
ceremony
way?
takes years to master.
Princess, I think I just now mastered it. One more bounce. All right. Ugh. Tea partying's hard, huh, Jake?
Yes!
What? No way, it's super easy.
Lumpy Space Princess, you big faker. You're...
I also forgot to mention, you probably okay. You already noticed because you're not dumb. Hopefully, that I got a new webcam that's not like a trash can fire, dumpster fire camera that actually outputs to 1080p. And I'm doing a new format where this is the reason why the bitrate was garbage before I tested it, and it seems to be fine now. Hopefully, but knowing my luck, something's gonna go wrong. So, basically, I'm recording this sort of side by side and whatever, and I can overlay the like over here is gonna be the I'm really bad at spatially, like over here is gonna be the video in this area, and I can make that, you know, appear and go away at will because I'm magic. But yeah, so new setup. Hopefully it works out, okay? That was really all I had to say.
Tea partying's hard, huh, Jake?
Yes!
What? No way, it's super easy.
Lumpy Space Princess, you big faker. You're floating, not bouncing.
Fine, I'll prove it. Huh? Oh no! Oh, snap! Ah! Oh, what? Sorry,
What?
bit your leg.
You're still biting me!
Oh my gosh. Oh, right. Sorry.
Dude, your
What?
leg!
This is new. Nothing
What?
ominous, though. Just a bump.
Nah.
What?
That's no bump. It's the early stage of the lumps.
Is it
What?
serious?
It just means he's changing into a lumpy space guy.
What?
On account of my bite. It's just like, you know, werewolf rules?
Yeah, okay.
Oh no!
What? You think I'm gonna turn all lumpy like her? Get out of here. What? Finn, I think I'm freaking out.
Calm down, bud. I'll suck the lumpiness out of you.
This.
Royal intervention. Surely there must be an antidote to the lumps.
Yeah, there's an antidote, but you have to go all the way to lumpy space to get it. And Jake has to use it by sunset.
What happens if he doesn't take the antidote by sunset?
He'll be lumpy, like, forever.
LSP, please. Can you tell us how to reach lumpy space?
Yeah, I mean, there's a portal nearby. I can show you whenever.
Take us now! Take us now!
I
Not-
should not have drunk that much tea.
Oh. So I'm not sure if like them like expositing like the just explaining plot or whatever is like on purpose to be like ironic and meta or whatever the fuck, or like you know, it's like I don't know. I don't know. Just be like, oh, what happens if he doesn't take it by sunset? Which is like something you just explain naturally, but whatever. I don't. This show's fucking weird, man. I don't know. I'm hoping it gets better. Also, yeah, I know that feeling. Drank too much coffee or tea, and then you have to, like, shit or piss or both, like, a lot. Yeah.
Where is it?
Portal's that frog and mushroom.
Ribbit. Password, please.
Whatever's 2009!
Good day, Princess. Is your
What?
father okay with you entering lumpy space with two non-lumpers?
Just say yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, whatever, fine.
Whoa.
Yeah, okay.
Lumpy space.
Haha, funny
So,
fart poop.
where's the antidote?
Haha.
First, you should check out my house. It's like kind of lame, but way less lame than, like, your house.
Could you skip to the part where you'll tell us where the antidote is?
It's up there at Makeout Point.
That's so close. We can run there in no time. Oh, what? It's like a 1,000,000-mile fall into space.
Yeah, you have to travel by car in my world, or else you'll fall into the lumpy abyss.
Daughter, have you brought smooth people into our domain?
I had to.
Smooth
Dad,
people.
I'm trying to help them.
Smooth
But
skins.
don't Lumpy yell at me.
What did I say? What did you just say?
I said lump off, Mom. Let me go. What?
Vroom, vroom.
Oh, yeah. I need to borrow the car.
You have made your mother cry for the last time, daughter. You are hereby banned from using the royal car.
Shucks. I lumping hate them. I'm really, really sorry, Fun. But I can't help you because my parents are horrible idiots.
Don't you know anyone else with a car?
My friend Melissa has a car, but she's dating my ex-boyfriend, Brad.
Call her. No!
Call BFF 66.
Hey, bro.
Hey, Melissa, what's up?
What's she saying?
I'm asking her. Jeez. Melissa, just listen.
Have you forgotten what day it is?
Melissa, I'm trying to help out some friends.
Tonight is the weekly prom-coming dance.
Oh, Glob, I forgot.
What'd she say?
I just, what time are we at? 4 minutes. I really hate this character. It's a dude. It is. Oh, fuck me. I need to fix that in a second. I hate this character because it's an obvious dude, like, pretending to be a valley girl. I don't. The voice actors. Obviously, the character's supposed to be a girl, but the voice actor's a dude, and it's like a belt. I hate everything about this. The character. I mean, it. No, I hate everything about this episode, honestly. Shot 1. Okay, now I need to fix this shit. I don't know where I was, and this is gonna go away in editing, but I hate myself.
Tonight is the weekly prom-coming dance.
Oh, Glob, I forgot.
What'd
Weekly.
she say?
Tonight is the weekly prom-coming dance. It's gonna be so flippin' awesome.
LSP, we don't have time for this. Ask for the ride, LSP.
LSP, really.
What?
Melissa, you should totally drive us to make out point to knock out with hot boys.
LSP, you're so bad.
Bye.
I
Sorry,
hate this.
but Jake's lumpiness is worsening.
Actually, I think I'm beating it back with sheer willpower. Oh my.
Yeah, whatever. Just don't mess with my phone again.
Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Aw, Finn, this music ducks, right?
Ah, I love this song. We should totally TP Shadowless house.
Gracious, that was terrible. Finn, if you can't save me from the lumps, if I do turn, if I become lumpy like them, I want you to...
It's not gonna come to that. But if it does, I'll bury you beneath the nicest, most
I know-
shadiest tree.
Whoa. I'm saying that if I go totally lumpy, then I want you to get used to Lumpy Jake. What did you think I was saying?
Can't this car go any faster?
We're already here.
It's
Happy.
Been here for like 5 minutes.
Finally. Huh? This doesn't look like Makeout Point.
This is Brad's house. You wanted a ride to make a point? You think I want to make out with you?
what?
Well, maybe I do, but... Wait, I have a boyfriend, Finn!
LSP, we gotta hurry.
What?
Jake's
Why?
running out of time.
Hey, this is hard for me too. I mean, I used to eat chili cheese fries with Brad, so there's gonna be a lot of romantic
Just fucking
tension on
jack
this
the car,
ride.
dude.
Scooch over, Finn. I'm gonna sit in the back. This is it.
Let's go.
Wait, watch yourself, Finn. The guys who use the antidote up here are notorious for being smooth posers.
What does that mean?
What?
It just means what it means. Hurry, get the
okay.
antidote so we can get out of here.
Thanks, LSP.
Is it gonna?
Bumps.
Is it gonna be what?
Bombs.
Yeah, bumps.
Aw, man.
Is it gonna be what I think
Hey,
it's gonna
guys.
be?
Looking smooth.
Really? You think we're smooth?
Well, mostly you in the center, but yeah.
Why are you sucking up to us?
My best friend needs an antidote for lumpiness.
Fuck.
Yeah, lumpiness sucks. Hey, Monty, time's up, Spearhog. It's my turn.
So the antidote is in that orb you were sitting on.
This orb is the antidote, bruh.
Can my friend borrow it?
Yeah, sure, as long as you give it right back.
Hammacow. Thanks, fellas.
What's taking so long? Do those smooth heads give you the orb already or what?
Wait!
Is this another friend of yours?
What do you care? Just give him the antidote already and stop being such a poser.
Sorry, kid. We changed our minds.
Why did you have to say all those rude things
Yeah,
to them?
really.
What? I was helping you.
Thanks a lot. They're right about to hand over the antidote.
You're welcome a lot.
You insulted them, and they got mad, and now Jake's gonna be lumpy forever. This is all your fault.
Wow, now I know how you really feel. I was just trying to help, but whatever. No, not whatever. I know I mess things up sometimes, but I'm really trying. And you're supposed to be my friend, not like the fake ones I have here.
I feel like
So
the
do
people
what
who
you
wanted to
want.
fuck this
I'm
character,
going to prom coming.
which
Are
isn't
you coming or not,
surprising.
Lumpy Jake?
No, because no matter how messed up and lumpy I get, this guy never turns his back on me.
Isn't surprising
Oh, no.
because
Right.
hold on. I don't know. I'm doing an aside to say some stupid shit. It isn't surprising that people want to fuck Lumpy Space Princess because people want to like fuck like Boo from the Mario series. Not even like Boo at, you know, like the Bowsette thing, whatever, the when that old thing was happening. No, I mean like the actual like Boo, like the weird circle ghost. People want to fuck that. There was a character from Paper Mario or whatever that was like a girl Boo character. I don't remember what the hell her name was. People wanted to fuck that too. People want to fuck weird shit. Editor. I'm sure that this exists. Just find like a Lumpy Space Princess thing. Just put some crop porn on, like, here. Or like here, or wherever. I hate humanity.
No, because no matter how messed up and lumpy I get, this guy never turns his back on me.
Oh, yeah. Right behind ya. Just gotta turn my back on this guy.
Jake, it's almost sunset. Jake didn't save him. I'll kill you, Lumpy Space!
Jab on that.
Huh? I thought you guys left.
We were drawn back by your plaintive wail. We dig your directionless fury.
Thanks.
Respect. Here.
What?
Take it. Win your girl back.
Yeah, there's no girl, but there is still time to save Jake. Do you guys know where prom coming is?
Prom coming takes place way down on that land lump.
Awesome.
Okay.
Do any of y'all have wheels?
Nah, we were all ditched here just like you.
Well, you think I could make it to that land lump if I jumped off this cliff?
You
Probably.
kidding? A smoothie like you a plummet right into the eternal void.
What if I was lumpy? Could I float over?
No, it's too dangerous.
I'd say there's a 50-50 chance of you making it.
That's good enough for me. Now bite me!
Are you crazy?
I mean, okay.
Yes, I can feel the multiple bites accelerating the lumpification process.
Why?
I'm starting to float.
Don't jump, guy.
I
But-
have to, for my buddy.
But he's holding the antidote. Why doesn't that do
He's
anything?
insane.
I made it. And there he is.
Yeah, prom coming. Yeah, cool.
Jake, I'm mostly lumpy now, and I totally think you should sit on this sphere.
No.
Oh, he has to sit on it. Okay.
Please, Jake, you're my best friend. Just sit on the sphere.
Sha, I remember you.
You're just a smoothie wannabe lumpy poser.
Sit on it before I turn completely lumpy.
Now!
Oh no, I can feel the lumpiness about to consume me.
Oh yeah, being lumpy is the best.
Hey, stop talking to yourself, dumb guy. Take your ball and get out of here.
Fine, I don't want you to have it anyways.
So I can't have it now, eh?
That's right, it's mine.
Give me that ball!
No, you can't have it.
Give me it!
No,
I
So
want it! Give me it!
dumb.
You're that bad? Go get it then.
Ball! Oh, I'm not lumpy anymore. Oh no. Finn, buddy, you gotta sit on this.
No, you can't make me smooth.
Finn. Hey, Finn. Hey, buddy. Finn.
Huh?
Hey, dude. We made it.
Man, there's something cold under my butt. Oh, the antidote. Just in time, too. LSP, I'm sorry I blew up at you before. I didn't mean it. I was just really stressed out.
You know, it's fine. You and Jake can make it up to me by dancing this last dance with me.
Sounds good to me. What do you say, Jake?
That sounds totally lame. I'm just kidding. Let's dance.
Great. Was that real? Wow, that went by faster than I thought. Like, I don't know if this episode was better or worse than the last one. I'm really not sure. I don't even know if this really even makes for good material, because, like, most of the time I'm just, like, I just don't know what the fuck to say about what's happening. Just because it's like... I don't know. I just don't get it. It's, you know, shot two. It's like, what, you know, one of those, like, Penguin of Doom, lol, so random, like, kinds of humor, which is, like, what I fucking hate. I don't know, like, I'm just really hoping that this gets good. I am at the least going to watch the entire first season of this, right? And if it doesn't show any signs of improvement, then I'm probably just gonna drop it. Because so far, it doesn't have any kind of overarching plot or, like, cohesion or even fucking, like, character development. I don't fucking know, dude. Like, at least My Little Pony had, like, a goal or, like cohesion or whatever in the first season, right? Where, like, the whole thing was that Twilight was supposed to, like, in the first episode, she was supposed to make friends, and then after they defeated Nightmare Moon, then, like, from then on, she was supposed to send in reports to Celestia, but there was, like, you know, like, structure and cohesion there, even in episodes that weren't, like, advancing the story or whatever. She was still, like, learning something and reporting to Celestia about it. But this is just, like, I don't get it. I expected maybe it happens sometime later where we get an explanation on like who the fuck these characters are, but for now it is literally just like being thrust into the middle of a series where you're expected to know these characters already and like how they behave and whatever. I'm still giving this a chance, okay? I'm not making any final judgments yet. I am going to give this a season, right? Before I decide whether or not it's worth continuing to watch. But for now, I mean, feel free to comment, you know, what, like, if it doesn't get good until, like, season 2 or season 3 or whatever. I mean, feel free to tell me, but for now, my goal here is to get to the end of season 1, and if it's still like this, then I'm just gonna be like, I'm just doing something else. Okay. Let me chug the rest of this beer, and then I'll, you know, round everything off. Okay. I don't know if I said this in an episode that actually made it to print, made it to my channel, but I feel like the whole dislike and unsubscribe thing is getting old. It was a gimmick, really. So, rate this shit. Leave a comment to tell me how wrong my opinion is. Subscribe if you want to see more of this for some reason. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.